Hello everyone, friends. Be sure to put a thumbs up under the video and subscribe. Enjoy your viewing. The number of people alive now. People who just live. They go to work, walk, hang out. Their number exceeds the sum of those who have died over the past few hundred years. Just think about it. And with the development of civilization, the appearance of various drugs, and a smaller number of believers, the number of people committing sins has increased rapidly. Do you know what that means, Bahamurk? The Lord of Hell Lucifer sat on the throne. It was the devil himself. Although if you remove his horns and long ears, he would pass for an ordinary office worker. The eternal prison before the dead sinners becomes cramped, Bahamurk. The supreme demon was sitting in front of Lucifer, kneeling. This creature was undead, since its body was not covered with skin. It was the skeleton of a man with the head of a ram. The supreme demon Bahamurk. I mean, hell is getting tight. Behind the throne of the Lord of Hell, the underworld itself flaunted. Hundreds of thousands of people were serving sentences for their sins, driven by the devils of the overseers. My faithful servant. With these words, Lucifer handed the demon something that looked like a key. I, the Lord of Hell Lucifer, command you. Go and create a new hell. The devil handed the key to his servant, and he reached out to accept it. A few moments later, Bahamurk returned to his castle. It was a huge unnatural structure, somewhat reminiscent of the Elfi, but more gloomy and sinister. After his return, Bahamurk was greeted by his servants. Mister. What is the outcome? Without waiting for much questioning, the demon raised the key in his hand and allowed everyone to look at him. Instantly, word spread around the room. This? Is it really the key of the Lord of Hell? All the demons of the servant rejoiced. You did it, sir. Congratulations on your position as the Lord of the new hell. The demoness of the middle class and actor congratulated her master and politely bowed. Naturally. I was Lucifer's servant and wiped his ass for almost 500 years. Bahamurk was pleased. Finally, his wish came true. Meanwhile, the demoness continued. I'm sorry for the question. But have you already thought about what the new hell will be like? Demons always lack imagination. And I'm no exception. The supreme demon calmly replied. However, if there is one person I have looked after. After these words, the demoness's eyes opened wide. She couldn't believe her ears. Did you just say man? That's right. A man rejected by society and locked in his room. It was a guy quite young in appearance. But his eyes said that they had clearly not seen sunlight for a long time. His sickly skin color also literally screamed about it. And even at that moment he was sitting in front of the computer and playing. The guy was building a virtual hell. The one who banned all people. With the awakened talent to create hell. This is the kind of person we need. Old food waste stinking the whole room. Plastic bottles of urine are scattered all over the room. Windows and curtains have not been opened for 3 months. The door handle is covered with dust and cobwebs because I don't remember the last time I opened the door. The reason I live like this. 3-month refusal to attend school. Because everyone betrayed me. Ask if this justifies me sitting in a room as a typical hermit gambler? Maybe you will change your mind when you listen to the reasons. Hey. Are you not going to come out? A middle-aged man was violently knocking on the door and pulling the handle. The first reason is this person. What a jerk, you don't put your father's words in anything at all. The man still did not calm down and pulled the door as best he could. To be more precise, this stupid man and this parasite who climbed on his back and scratches her to get crumbs for a living. Hey, go get a hammer. The man shouted. Control yourself, darling. A pleasant-looking woman, looks very young, stood not far from her father and added. I must be so unpleasant to him because his mother was kicked out, he doesn't even leave the room. As she spoke, she went up to her father and grabbed his hand. Clearly pretending to show his regret. The father's cheeks turned noticeably red and he hugged the girl. Da Chong, it's not your fault. It is you who helped me cope even with such immoral behavior. Thank you for thinking that. The girl snuggled up to her father and he added. Let's leave him and go out for dinner? Or already tired of eating out? Do you want anything specific? The girl's eyes filled with greed and grinning, she began to say her wishes. I heard my father add something like. Anyway, I'm going to use my savings that I put aside for that bastard's studies. Da Zhang, how about buying you a new bag? The girl happily replied. Since you say that, one just comes to mind. I didn't hear the subsequent dialogue. They left. Those bastards. Feeling the vibration on the phone, I glanced at him. Oh, my battered old phone. The glass is broken, but it works, and I don't need more. There was a message on it. Kim Seung-won. Hey, I'm eating an idiot. And then another one came. Idiot eating, fucking. Hying has decided your suspension. And soon another one. Get to school quickly, we'll put your brains in place. The second reason is the person who betrayed me. And also those who hate me. 3 months ago. School. Quite a large 4-story building. A fist flying straight at my chest. A powerful blow. The guy hit me right in the stomach, so hard that I flew several meters away. A few bastards were watching this. Hey idiot eat. In the first position. Said one of them. Finally forcing myself to speak, I mumbled. I am 100% crushed with one hit. Kneeling down, I touched one of the guy's shoes and said. Seung-won. Help me. We've been friends since high school. The guy looked at me with a strange look. Eat Seung Gi. He seemed to be remembering everything that had happened to us since childhood. But once we were inseparable. Seung-won, so you were friends with such an idiot Yom, that's why you don't hit him. The green-haired guy, the instigator of this whole party. With white eyes peered into my childhood friend. It seemed to me that he was even sweating from the pressure. Right there, the bully who beat me up connected to the green-haired one. Seriously now it's clear why he behaved like that. My friend with a flourish, putting all his strength into the blow, kicked me right in the face. And then he attacked me, and continuing to beat exclaimed. Friends? Hey, motherfucker. Do I look like such a simpleton? He kept hitting me. Why? Me. Be. Yours. A friend. Do I look like a simple target like you? It turns out that Seung-won was framed, and in fact they did not communicate. 2 people who watched my beating believed my former friend. Who seemed ready to kill me just to wag his tail in front of them. I bet my face doesn't look the best right now. After another blow, my already former friend said. From now on, don't pretend we know each other. And don't make me a loser like yourself. Now do you understand that my words are not a simple excuse? Thinking about this, I finished another map. Having saved it with the name Hellpack, I decided to try to download it. After visiting this site, I logged into my profile and decided to write the 14th post. A new hellish survival map is being published. The world that didn't betray me is in this monitor. Besides my last card, there were others, and many of them received good reviews. And I didn't have time to upload a new card, as reviews showered on it. Creator, thank you very much. Thanks for the map. Oh, a new map. Thanks. Lying in bed, I could hear the sound of incoming notifications. I knew it was people thanking me for the new card. Right. I'm quite satisfied with that. After all, only inside the room. My hand squeezed the pillow, and the body trembled. Only inside this room. If I stay here, no one will betray me anymore. Tears rolled out of my eyes, and I fell asleep in my room, almost to overflowing with garbage and other junk. After sleeping for a few hours, I woke up. And the first thing I did was put on my glasses and sat down at the computer. Dad and that bitch seemed to be asleep already. Well, let's see what reviews there are for the new card. Taking the mouse, I went to the reviews and began to read. The perfect card. I've never played something like this. The quality and level of difficulty are impressive. Creator, you should sell it for money. This is the best map of 2022. And among the hells, perhaps the best. After reading a couple of pages, a grin involuntarily surfaced on my face. The reaction is good. And then, I noticed a notification in the lower right part of the screen. You have received a message. Who could it be? When I opened the message, I immediately noticed that something was wrong here. The sender is Bahamurk. The departure time is indicated only by the year and time. 22 year 641. Man, I had a lot of fun playing. It was a level of perfection comparable to the real hell. If possible, I would like to talk to you about creating hell. Can we meet? Outsourcing request? What a strange way of speaking. A baby or a foreigner? Will he meet? How does he even know where I am? As soon as I thought about it, a voice sounded in my head. The location of a common man? Of course I know. With a snap of his fingers, Bahamurk opened the portal. In an instant, something lit up near me. I couldn't believe what I saw. At first I thought it was a dream. Right in the air, a sphere that was the size of a fist lit up, but gradually increased. She grew until she was the size of a man. And even more, the space was filled with flames emitted by this portal. Fire! I was panicking, but suddenly I heard footsteps coming out of the fire. And a moment later he came out from there. Demon. Man. His voice alone made me sweat all over. I am a great demon. The Lord of the 20th Hell. Mr. Bahamurk. In front of me stood a skeleton with the head of a ram, and his whole appearance inspired strength. He was about 2 meters in size, broad in appearance, even though he was completely skeletal, he seemed to be bigger than anyone I know. His appearance seemed out of this world, a cloak as black as night, glowing red scarlet eyes. All I had to do was speak my thoughts out loud. Depression, refusal to attend school. And now hallucinations with ghosts? I'm walking straight downhill with confidence. I said it out loud, and apparently it was my fatal mistake. Before I could finish the sentence, the demon grabbed my arm and lifted me off the ground. His eyes were shining, and his grip was so strong that my suspicions that I had gone mad were immediately dispelled. I was definitely sane, I can feel his touch. He lifted me off the ground. Your mother. I am not a low creature, like a ghost, and not a hallucination. I am a demon, Bahamurk. And I came here for your talent. Really? It seemed that I only now realized the seriousness of the situation. I was thrown into a tremor. I managed to pull my hand out of the demon's clutches and crawled to the corner of the room. Trembling with fear, I watched the demon. He doesn't seem to like my behavior. Infuriating. Grabbing my hand again, his eyes lit up and fire poured out of his mouth. If you don't calm down, I'll pull out your brain and swallow it. This prospect did not suit me much, so I decided to listen to the demon. Even though it took an hour or so, after a while we were already sitting opposite each other, and from a distance it really looked like some kind of interview. After opening a jar of soda, I turned my gaze to Bahamurk and blurted out, "Damn, really a demon?" Handing a jar of soda to my new friend, I began to listen to the answer. He calmly accepted a can of drink and answered with ease, as if we had known him all our lives. Of course, not just a demon, but a higher demon. Answering, he examined the jar and its contents, after which he began to empty it. The big guy was sitting in my gaming chair. I can't believe it. The supreme demon is in my room, and he's also emptying my soda stocks. And you say you came here to see my new map? The shock of what I saw had already passed, but I was still thinking that it could be a dream, or something like that. A huge damn demon is sitting and drinking my soda. Pausing for a moment to drink, his eyes flashed, and he turned and spoke. Exactly. You have a talent. In particular, the map you made this time is really impressive. It was the first time I heard the review live, and I really liked it. There was just one thing, but the devil was talking to me. With no way to get out. The torture of false hope, made by a small passage through which it seems possible to escape. Carefully worked out. Traps that torment players constantly. Even the appearance seems elegant, despite all the cruelty around. While the demon was talking, I was lost in thought. But it was just a map made by me out of a desire for revenge, which covered my brain. Do I really hate everyone so much that I managed to summon a demon? And while I was thinking about it, my new acquaintance continued. Hell couldn't stand filling up so fast for 100 years. It was so crowded that it exploded and expanded in size. After finishing the contents of the jar, the demon did not stop. I am Bahamurk, chosen as the lord of the new hell. And I wish you would make it for me. In the likeness of the map you created. No. Even better than that. He said this with great pleasure. But I didn't like his offer at all. First, I had to leave my room. And I didn't want that at all. Secondly, why would I work for him? Is there any benefit in this? Listen. I wasn't thinking of doing something like that. And I wouldn't want to have anything to do with you. I just want to live as it is. I evaded consent as much as I could. And then the demon spoke again. Are you satisfied with such an unhappy life? The demon crushed the garbage lying in piles right in the middle of the room with his foot. You didn't hear my sentence to the end, man. To build a hell and make sure that it works properly, you will need to conduct an experiment. What? I was at a loss. What other experiment are we talking about? So, I will give you the right to put the sinners you want into the hell you have built. With these words, he pulled my hand and a key appeared from there, accompanied by black smoke. Everyone who made you suffer. Don't you want to send everyone to hell, man? In my head, I immediately remembered all the evil that was done to me. All the bullying and beatings. That day, I am weak and pathetic, escaped from the whole world, took the demon by the hand. I agree. I took the key from the demon's hand. If only I can get revenge on all these bastards. The demon grinned. Whatever you want. I was in complete anticipation. The grin did not leave my face. From the point of view of Bahamurk. Without a single hesitation. Seeing how he holds the key, as if he was just waiting for this. I understand that he will make hell even worse than it has ever existed. Haha. Well. Excellent. The contract is concluded. Thank you all so much for watching. Write a comment and bye.